episode 3. القرد الطائر.
I did as well as I could to take out the buckshot, but there's still some shards left embedded in your shoulder. They'll eventually worm their way out on their own, but until they do, you're going to be sore.
Bigby, Dr. Swinehart was appointed Fabletown physician for a reason.
It's okay. There's only one thing you have to take away from all this. Take it easy. Don't go looking for any more fights. Keep strain off your heart. And try and get some rest.
I can't take it easy. I have to find Crane.
Bigby? What's wrong?
Lack of sleep for one thing. Getting shot for another. They'll be fine. I had everyone that got wounded sent home. Holly refused to let me see where she lived, so I left her and Grendel back at her bar with a dose of juniper and spring water. Just remember what I said. The stitches won't hold up if you continue to act like you normally do. Everything in moderation. And eat more chicken. Your blood pressure's through the
It's
proverbial
not up to
roof.
me. I'll try. Okay. يقول لي كل دجاج زيادة.
Very good.
والله كأنه تليفون بيتنا قديم.
Business office. I know. I'll have to call you back. The town is starting to find out.
Well, I'll leave you two to it then. Miss White? Bigby?
بعد يا عباء شوفي الرجال مفسخ.
So, to recap.
Crane watched me through the magic mirror uncover his room at the open arms, and then he smashed it so we couldn't use it ourselves to go after him. And we know this because Buffkin was drinking in the rafters. That about cover it?
And once he puts all the pieces back together, it'll be easy to catch Crane. So, I guess that's the plan, currently.
Just wait for the mirror. Any other leads? Crane getting away. Crane getting away. قاعد يهرب Crane.
Crane could be getting on a train right now.
Well, I don't want to just go running off into the night without...
Crane هو الشايب اللي كان هنا ترى في المكتب ذا.
What the hell is going on? Just...
هو طلع
I don't
القاتل
know
في
what
النهاية.
the Tweedles get out of this. I don't know if Crane sent them. I don't know if... I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but do you really think Crane did it? Everything points to him. I get it, but do you really think he killed those women?
I think he killed Lily. Okay. تقول لي أتوقع إنه قتل كل الباقيين.
Everything points to Crane murdering Lily.
أتوقع إنه بس قتل ليلي. أتوقع ما
What
أدري.
isn't adding up for me is Faith. Why would he kill her? It doesn't seem connected.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. He was a conniver, a coward, a liar. And I'll always hate him for that. And I'll hate him for how he held me in his thoughts. But murdering prostitutes?
Ow!
Everything okay over there?
Yes, Miss White. I just cut myself on a piece of the glass. Nothing to worry about.
Thanks for tonight, by the way. That could have gone really terribly. I mean, even worse than it did.
Anytime I feel
I'm
bad
glad
for
you were
Holly. Anytime.
Anytime.
Can I, ask you a question? It's kind of personal. And I don't want to offend you, but after tonight, it's on my mind.
Sure.
Sure.
It's just, when stuff hits the fan, like it did tonight, it feels like before we came to the city. It feels kind of like home. And I've heard it said that maybe in some tiny little bottled up way deep inside, you kind of enjoy it when things go wrong. Because it gives you an excuse to just,
So what if I do?
stop pretending.
So what if I do? You think we're broken or something? Is that it?
I don't know. Maybe we're just not cut out for this world. We can't eat each other's hearts anymore, Bigby. This can't be like the old days. We have to make it better.
Guys? We have a problem.
أمدار ركب
I can't
المراية.
finish the mirror. It's missing a piece.
ناقصة قطعة.
What do you mean, missing a piece?
Crane must have taken
Yes,
it.
It's not here.
Crane must have taken a shard with him.
I can't
ما يبغانا
believe
نكمل
this.
المراية عشان ما
I
نقدر نعرف
saw
وينه.
Crane pick something up after he smashed it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize what it was until now.
Well, the mirror can't work unless it's whole.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Or what, Buffkin? What? We sit around and wait until it mends itself? We have no idea how long that will take. We're just gonna have to do this the hard way.
I'm just saying, waiting is an option.
What's the hard... ايش
What
كيف
exactly
hard
is
way?
the hard way?
We'll look through his things, his desk, everything. He had to have left something that tells us where he's going. He's a neat freak, but he was never that smart.
Smart enough to take a piece of the mirror. We can still
Okay.
solve this ourselves. I know
Never
that.
mind that. Come help me look.
اوكي. يمكن في كثير منكم ما يدرون ايش السالفة الحين، ايش سالفة ام كرين، مين هذا؟ نهاية الحلقة الماضية كان مو احنا دخلنا الاوتيل وشفنا واحدة ميتة، شفنا دم وشفنا صورة الكرين. كرين هو اللي كان يشتغل هنا، هذا اللي المكتب حقه ذا. المراية هذه تذكرون في القصص الخيالية، المراية هي اللي تقول لك اذا والله فلان وينه، مثلا اذا بعرف وين مكان شخص اقدر اقول للمراية وين مدري مين، يقول لي الشخص هذا موجود. المهم الزبدة ما ابو الشباب هذاك كسر المراية قبل لا يمشي واخذ قطعة الظاهر معاه، فاحنا قاعد ندورها الحين. بس بحاول اشرح بقدر المستطاع اذا قدرت الحق. يب. اوكي شوف هذه وشو. Update on the extra funding I requested as I explained in my last letter. They could do with. Okay. So is it? اوكي هذا يبغى فلوس من كرين اللي هو واحد اسمه وايلاند سميث، ما اعرف مين هو. هذه وشي. هذا واحد اسمه بوي بلو. Dear Mr. Echapod Crane, I need to ask you again that you please send someone to fix the air conditioning in our unit. اوكي يبغى قاعد يطلب من كرين انه واحد يرسل له واحد باكستاني يصلح له المكيف. ما اعرف ليش الباكستانيين دائما يصلحون مكيفات، بس احنا اللي يصلح بيتنا في السعوديه واحد باكستاني صار له ظهر 20 سنه يصلح مكيفنا. Spinning up the اوكي مع السلامه. ما ادري ايش دخل باكستاني في الموضوع، بس اوكي. انا اقرا الرساله الثالثه، هذا وش يبي بعد. Mr. Crane, you said you pay to have the plaster redone in my building after the last incident in 204. اوكي هذا مستر تود، هذا الضفدع حقنا المخيس ذاك.
Did Crane ever do any work?
Only when
يبي
Carl
يصلح
was
له الجبس حقه. في مفتاح هنا، نفس المفتاح حق الاوتيل.
What is it?
It's the key to his room at the Open Arms.
You still haven't told me what was in there. I want to know.
Crane fantasy of you.
Need to know.
Crane was, paying Lily to live out a fantasy.
كرين يحب السنو
You
وكان
together.
كان يدفع فلوس
Forgive me if I spare you the details.
I keep thinking back. I keep replaying moments in my head. Interactions with him when he'd catch me in the elevator or bump into me outside. There's only so much you can repress, you know?
Okay, you couldn't have known. We'll get him.
Don't
We'll
go
get him.
there, Snow. We'll get him.
سنو، جون سنو. معليش
Come on,
اذا
let's
شطحت
get him.
شوي في جيم اوف ثرونز، بس انه مره متحمس تراني. طيب خليني اشرح لكم. كرين كان يدفع فلوس لفتيات الليل، يعني اتوقع هذه الكلمه افضل من اني اقول الكلمه الثانيه ذيك. الزبده كان يدفع فلوس، وكان يعطيهم شيء يتحولون يصيرون زي سنو وايت، وكان يذبحهم في النهايه. هذا التوقع طبعا. وبيج بي يبغى يروح يمسكه الحين لان شفنا قفطناه انه ذابح واحده. اسلم، كسر ام الدرج. اوكي وش ذا الكتاب؟ Office business. اوكي.
There's a page here that was torn out.
Oh, yeah? Buffkin, do you know what was here?
It's a ring, at least. Every magical
Lord of
item
the
not
Rings.
obtained
Lord
from
of the
your
Rings.
memory is
بيدخل في
assigned to
اللعبة.
someone in Fabletown. It must be this witch he is going to see.
Wait, what? What witch? What meeting?
Well, he called up somebody. He said he needed to see his witch, or that he would need to get to the witch for that. Whoever that is.
موضوع في
Well,
سحر
yes,
في
it
ساحرة.
sounded like the one he got his, you glamours from. I'm sure it's about this ring. They must have it.
Why not mention this before?
No one asked me.
Buffkin!
And I'm hungover. I'm sorry. He set the meeting at 2 a.m. tonight.
What's going on? Is the mirror fixed yet?
Bluebeard,
بسكسوك يا
this
جاي.
isn't the time.
Is the mirror fixed or isn't it? You
I
called me to...
called just to see if you knew where Crane could be, and that was it, okay? And I'm sorry I said anything more than that.
Well, you did, and I know. The cat's out of the bag. So, can we find
Get
the
up,
dull
Bluebeard. No
pervert?
shouldn't have called you.
I tried
This
to,
isn't
but
your concern.
The mirror can be fixed. ما أقدر نصلح
Missing a
ال...
piece.
This is
Okay.
none of Bluebeard's business, Bigby.
None of my business? Crane's the murderer. He escaped. It seems he spoiled your every attempt at locating him. And now it's none of my business?
صاحب
We don't know if he's the murderer.
الدقن
Oh,
الأزرق.
please. Of course he is.
Look, this just isn't the time. He took a piece of the mirror, so we can't use it.
the only thing we know is that Crane's going to see a witch at 2 o'clock.
AM or PM?
A.M.
Listen, Bluebeard, you're not a part of this.
I don't
Would
think
you
you're in
care?
any position to turn away help.
What do you know about
Define
Crane?
help.
What do you know about
What do you
Crane?
know about Crane anyway?
وش تعرف عن
That
كرين يا
he has
بشر؟
the stones to kill prostitutes like any common sex-frightened serial killer and not face a real challenge.
Look, we know that Crane is going to see a witch, and it's to acquire a magic ring.
What's the ring?
We don't know what it does or who it's assigned to since Crane tore its page out of the book.
This farce was your ridiculous idea for a plan. I mean, who put you in charge in the first place?
Fixing the mirror was the most logical
You're a
thing.
secretary. He's the sheriff. And none of you were chosen to run this office. Who elected you to make these decisions?
Nobody, but that
Who
doesn't...
elected her to spend my money?
Well, I've been doing
it's
that
so
unofficially
important
for
now.
years.
Unofficially is not officially.
Snow can handle
You
it.
can obviously handle this, so let's drop it.
Well then, excuse me for having the Commonwealth in mind.
بالله ابكي سيرحم أمك.
All right, let's just look on the bright side. We know Crane is going to see the witch that's been supplying him black market glamours.
Thanks to me.
And that he'll be there at 2. So that gives us a few short hours to find out who it is and where they live and get them all at once.
And a few shorter hours, the more you babble about it.
We haven't been the ones babbling. Since Lily used the glamours, she'd have known who the witch was. And I don't think Holly's burned her things yet. It would probably have the address or a phone number or something.
And Bigby is free to go there if he likes. But I think the question you should be asking is just what do the two Tweedles know about this?
It doesn't matter what they know. After tonight, they'd never go to their office.
They're not smart enough to try and go anywhere
The
else.
Trip Trap is the better option to track the witch down. That has to be our focus.
I don't really care what you two do. I'm going to his apartment.
What? You can't just go up there.
And why the hell not?
We already looked for the key, remember? I don't know where it is.
Then I'll pick the blasted lock. I've wasted enough time waiting for the mirror to find it. I won't waste any more.
You just can't go up there alone, all right?
I've no interest in nicking his drapes, my dear, if that's what concerns you.
What concerns me is you traipsing through possible evidence.
Oh, now it's evidence. Before you had no interest. And now it's
Fine, go ahead.
see.
Fine, I don't care. Just go ahead.
We can't just let Bluebeard run amok in Crane's place.
Ha!
He's after something. I just don't know what it is. We have to find the witch, Bluebeard, since that's where he's going.
Or the sniveling weasel chickened out. Never went anywhere. And is upstairs right now in his pitiful penthouse, crafting a fort out of couch cushions. Look, this is how a smart person would do it. So this is how we're going to do it. Wherever you go, I'll go to the other.
I don't like you going anywhere unsupervised.
ودي اسطرك كف احوس وجهه مع ذا الستايل اللي مسويه. ترى بطلوا نظام اللي تروح ترسم عند حلاق. ترى خلص الستايل ذا من زمان.
Where are you gonna go, Bigby?
موصل الزلف حقك لين اذنك مع الصلعة حقتك. find the witch. اوكي لازم نلقى نلقى الساحرة. الله.
So you leave
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
alone, and we'll leave you alone.
I'd love to join you, but there's some business I need to attend to.
No.
كرين اللي في النص
No, I'm
ترى.
better off dealing with things alone. I don't need sympathy and I don't need charity.
اوكي وين نروح؟ ديز اوفيس، هوليز بار، ولا كرينز ابارتمنت؟ انا اقول نروح هوليز بار وندور عن اشياء ليلي اللي ممكن تقول لنا وين الساحرة، لان اختها هي اللي ماتت، هي اللي كانت على بالها انها سنو وايت.
must be with Lily's stuff. I should go see Holly first.
Perfect. And I'll go to Crane's apartment.
I'll check in with you later. I hope you know what you're doing.